gotten a chance to look at your tape to begin with. Just what are your thoughts on your performance and how you guys did?
Overall, as a team, we did really good. We executed everything that we needed to, going from the game plan. Everybody worked extremely hard. It was a great game, great team win.
What did you feel that you personally did really well, and where do you think that you have to improve?
Just leading the offense, make sure everybody was doing the right assignments, make sure that we're controlling the pace and controlling the whole game. So that was real good.
You have a whole different challenge this week with Ohio State. Have you gotten a chance to see anything from them, and just your thoughts on the Buckeyes?
My thoughts is they're a great team, but we're gonna come out and compete. We've been watching film already. We're just gonna come out and compete, push, work extremely hard. It's just another game for us, and it's a big one. So we gotta make sure we get that.
Knowing the conference play starts and the competition obviously stepping up greatly this week, what's the mental approach differently for you guys?
We know we have to get the business. Make sure we execute all the little things. Make sure we pushing each other. Make sure that everybody's on the right page, knowing our assignments. Make sure that we execute everything that Coach DeBoer put in for this week.
Is this the kind of game you come to a school like Indiana for, the number 5 in the country? It's going to be nationally televised, number 6 in the country, big game kind of atmosphere. What's that going to be?
Yes, definitely. We're all looking forward to it. We're all just working extremely hard. It's just another game for us. We know it's a big one, and we're just gonna come out and execute how we always do. We always go through good practice. We're gonna make sure we have great practice in this week, and we're gonna come out really good next on Saturday.
They have some pretty strong pass rushers. How your mobility is going to come into play with that, and just dealing with, maybe having to make some throws out of the pocket this week if they come at it.
Right. Well, yeah, they do have some good pass rushers, but, the offensive line is great. I trust my offensive line, believe in everything with the offense that Coach DeBoer is going to put us in the right situation. So I feel like that's not something that we're worried about right now. We're just worried about executing what we need to execute on the offensive side of the ball.
Mike, this is the biggest game you've played in before. What does that pass up? What was the biggest game you ever played in prior to this one?
Well, I say my senior year, 3rd round, that was the biggest game. They had a jumbotron and stuff, but it's just another game. It's just, faster players, more bigger players, but that just comes with, it just comes with adjusting, adapting to the circumstances, everything that's going on, and that's just something I feel like I matured in a lot. And as a team, we're all going to go out and we're going to execute together.
Got a little taste of it last year,
right.
In playing. Does the little bit of time you got last year help you at least prepare for the level?
Yeah, definitely. Because I know what to expect. Just as long as the team, we all stay into the film room, we know our assignments, and we just come out and do all the small things right. I feel like we'll come out victorious.
A lot of young quarterbacks get a little bit nervous in the pocket when pressure's around them. People start coming around their feet. You've shown pretty good patience in that. Where does that come from, and how do you kind of develop that this early in your career?
Just my training, and then just being mature. I know that the receivers, they all want the ball. Not all the receivers, I don't know too many receivers that like just a quarterback that just wants to run. So I just try to do what's best for the team and stand in the pocket and making great throws. If that's what it is, then that's what I'm doing. Make sure that the team likes that.
You guys got 2 games in. Go ahead.
Okay.
What do you feel are 2 or 3 things you guys got better at on offense from week 1 to week 2?
Executing the small things and just knowing our assignments, so it was some assignments probably couldn't tell, but we slipped up a little bit. But the offense, we definitely picked up last week. We pushed to make sure that we didn't do that same thing this past weekend. And that's the same thing we're going to do this week. We're just going to push and make sure everything is going accordingly. We're not going to go off of anything that we never did before. We're just going to run our offense and make sure we execute.
Give me an example or 2 of assignments that maybe you missed in week 1 that were better in week 2.
Oh, well, just me. I missed a few key throws, that was always there. Just missed a few reads on the run plays, and that was about it. So, we picked up on it, definitely.
As the leader of the team now, you've got 2 games under your belt. How do you feel about where this offense is right now going into this biggest game of the year so far?
I feel like the offense is real good. We still just execute. We're rising every single week. I see it in practice and obviously in the games. We've been pushing each other as an offense. We got a lot of leaders on the offensive side of the ball. Pushing the younger guys, pushing every single person on the team. Make sure that we all come out and execute to our best of our abilities.
That's yelling about Peyton the last couple of weeks. Obviously, he's been one of your favorite targets. Just from a quarterback's perspective, what makes him don't know if the word is appealing at tight end, but just what makes him pop to you out there on the field beyond just the fact that he seems to be able to find space a lot?
Yeah, like you said, he finds space, but he's a big target, and he's real athletic. He can make plays. You know, he knows the offense real well. You know, we're always on the same page, so and he knows how to get open. He knows how to use his body to make the tough catches. So that's why we trust in him a lot, and we really love what he's been doing.
Is there a different intensity level in practice facing a team like Eastern Illinois compared to Ohio State?
You know, the intensity level is always high every week. It don't matter who we play. You know, we always say the next. So this week, Ohio State, we say it's the biggest game of the season because it's the next one. That's how we always come along. You know, every single day we work hard, not because of who it is, but because it's just our next game. And, you know, the next opportunity to get better and show the world that Indiana is on the rise.
From a scheme standpoint, compared to last year, this seems to be a quarterback's dream. You get to throw the ball a lot, even to the running backs. How's that been for you?
It's been great, you know, just without the help of the offensive line, making great blocks, and the coach of the board making great play calls, you know, it wouldn't be possible. So, you know, that's a lot of credit to them. And then the running backs making their key blocks, you know, making good runs, that opening up the pass, you know, that's all come together. And the receivers just making a lot of plays. You know, it's real good.
Mike, as a young quarterback, you've got such a veteran receiving core here. How much has all of their years of wisdom with being around this helped you? I mean, you talk to them much about that, about what might come up or anything like that?
Well, they just always tell me to keep my head straight. You know, if anything bad happens, just pick up. You know, it's not the end of the world. You know, you got to play the next play, keep a 1-0 mindset. You know, those receivers, they know what the defenses are running. They really know the defenses. You know, we study that. And they know how to get open, and we talk, communicate. If this happens, then they're gonna do this. So we're always on the same page, and that just helps a lot. And then also they help the younger receivers as well. You know, making sure that they're always on their assignments, knowing exactly what to do.
All right, thanks, Mike.